Hello everyone, this is horror author James Hershey Jr. from the Staring Into the Abyss radio show. This is going to be another video in my wilderness survival series. In this video I want to go through some of the medicinal plants and their uses, so that if you are in a situation where you cannot get to a hospital because, who knows, zombie apocalypse, end of the world, or maybe you're just lost in the woods and you need medical attention, you need something, and you can't get somewhere to get help, then these things will help you. The first one is alfalfa. Alfalfa relieves digestion and is used to aid blood clotting. You can use it for the treatment of arthritis, for bladder and kidney conditions, and for bone strength. It also enhances the immune system. The next one is aloe. Aloe is a cactus-like plant, and the thick leaves can be squeezed to extrude a thick sap that can be used to treat burns, insect bites, and wounds. Everybody knows aloe. You put it on for sunburns and stuff like that. The third one is aspen. The inner bark of the aspen tree is used in a tea to treat fever, coughs, and pain. It contains salicin, which is also found in willow trees and is a foundational ingredient for aspirin. The next one is bee pollen. When mixed with food, it boosts energy, it aids digestion, and it can enhance the immune system. A bit of warning, if you are allergic to bee stings, you don't want to ingest bee pollen because most likely you'll be allergic to it as well. The next one is beeswax. Use that as a salve for burns and for insect bites. It also works on bee stings, and it is intended, however, only to be used externally. You don't want to ingest that. The next one is blackberry. The root, bark, and leaves can be crushed and infused in a tea, and they can be used to treat diarrhea, to reduce inflammation, and to stimulate the metabolism. If you gargle it, it will treat sore throat, mouth ulcers, and inflammation of the gums. The next one is black raspberry. The roots of this plant are crushed and used as a tea, or you can boil it and chew it to relieve coughs, diarrhea, and just basically general intestinal distress. The next one is buckwheat. The seeds of buckwheat are used in soups and as a porridge, and it will lower blood pressure, help with blood clotting, and it will also relieve diarrhea. The next one is cayenne. The pods are used as a pain reliever when you take them with food, or you can drink them in a tea as well. And they're also used to treat arthritis and digestive distress. And sometimes it is applied to wounds as a powder to increase blood flow and act as an antiseptic and to numb pain. To make it into a powder is very simple. You simply dry it out and then crush it up with a mortar and pestle into a powder. The next one is chamomile. Everybody's heard of chamomile tea. The leaves and flowers are used as a tea to treat intestinal problems and nausea, and it will also help you to relax and fall asleep. The next one is chokecherry. Chokecherry was considered by Native American tribes as pretty much an all-purpose medicinal treatment. The berries are pitted, dried, and crushed into a tea, or you can use them as a poultice to treat a variety of different ailments. Some of those are coughs, colds, flu, nausea, inflammation, and diarrhea. As a salve or a poultice, it is used to treat burns and different wounds. And the pit of the chokecherry, much like apple seeds, are poisonous in very high concentrations. So make sure if you're going to use a chokecherry, you pit it before you use it in any way, because the pits are actually poisonous. The next one is Echinacea. It's also known as the purple coneflower. Now, this is a classic Native American medicine that is used to strengthen the immune system, to fight infections and fever. It is also used as an antiseptic and a general treatment for colds, coughs, and flus. The next one is eucalyptus. The oil from the eucalyptus leaves and the roots is a common treatment when you infuse them in a tea to treat coughs, sore throat, flu, and fever. And a lot of people will recognize this one because it's used in a lot of cough drops. The next one is fennel. Fennel is a plant with a licorice flavor, and it's used in a tea or chewed to relieve coughs, sore throats, aid digestion, treat diarrhea, and as basically a general all-around treatment for colds. And it's also used as a poultice for eye relief and for headaches. The next one is Feverfew. Now, this is used as a natural relief for fever and headaches. It also works on very severe headaches, like migraine headaches. And you can also use it for digestive problems, asthma, muscle and joint pain. The next one is feverwort. This is another fever remedy that is also used for general pain, itching, and joint stiffness. It can be ingested as a tea, or you can chew it, or you can crush it into a paste and use it as a salve or a poultice. The next one is ginger root. Now this is another one of those super plants that was used in Native American medicine. The root was crushed and eaten with food. You can use it as a tea, or you can crush it up and use it as a salve or a poultice. It aids digestive health. It is anti-inflammatory. It aids circulation, and it can relieve colds, coughs, and flu. And it also works on bronchitis and joint pain. The next one is ginseng. Now this one goes back thousands of years. People have been using ginseng. The roots were used by the Native Americans as an additive to food for all-around health. They used it in a tea and as a poultice to treat fatigue, to boost energy, enhance the immune system, and to help with overall liver and lung function. The leaves and the stems were also used, but the root has the most concentration of the active ingredients. The next one is goldenrod. Commonly thought of today as a source of allergies and sneezing. It was actually considered another one of those all-in-one medicines by the Native Americans. As a tea, they added it into food, and they also used it as a salve. They used it to treat bronchitis, chest congestion, colds, flu, inflammation, sore throats, and they also used it as an antiseptic for cuts and abrasions. The next one is honeysuckle. The berries, stems, flowers, and leaves are used topically to treat bee stings and skin infections. You can use it as a tea to treat colds, headaches, and sore throats, and it also has anti-inflammatory properties. The next one is hops. As a tea, it is used to treat digestive problems, and oftentimes it is mixed with other herbs or plants, such as aloe, to soothe muscles. And it's also used to soothe toothaches and sore throats. The next one is licorice. Roots and leaves can be used for coughs, colds, sore throats, and the root can also be chewed to relieve toothache pain. The next one is passion flower. The leaves and the roots are used to make a tea to treat anxiety and muscle pain. A poultice for injuries to the skin, such as burns, insect bites, and boils, can also be made from the passion flower. The next one is red clover. Now, red clover is one of those plants that pretty much grows everywhere. And the flowers, leaves, and roots can be made into a tea, or you can actually use them like in a salad or just as a garnish over your food. It is also used to manage inflammation, improve circulation, and treat respiratory conditions. The next one is rosehip. Now, the rosehip is a reddish-orange berry that is the fruit of wild roses. And it's known to be a massive source of vitamin C. And you can eat it, you can crush it up, make it into a tea, or just add it to your food. And it's used to treat colds and coughs, intestinal distress, and as an antiseptic and to treat inflammation. The next one is rosemary. Now, rosemary is a member of the pine family, and it's used in food and made into a tea to treat muscle pain, to improve circulation, and as a general cleanser for the metabolism. The next one is sage. Sage is a natural insect repellent, and it can be used for pretty much all digestive disorders, colds, and also for sore throats. The next one on the list is spearmint. Now, spearmint was something that was used a lot by the Native American tribes, and they used it for treatment of coughs, colds, respiratory distress, and as a cure for diarrhea and a stimulant for blood circulation. The next one is valerian. The root is used as an infusion in a tea, and it relieves muscle aches, pain, and is said to have a calming effect that will help you to relax and to sleep. The next one is white pine. The needles and the inner bark can be infused into a tea, and it's used as a treatment for respiratory distress and chest congestion. And the needles of the pine tree, not just the white pine, but pretty much all pine trees, have a super high dose of vitamin C in it. So it's really good for helping to prevent colds and sicknesses and stuff like that. It really helps boost your immune system as well. And the last one I'm going to talk about is the dandelion. Everybody knows what a dandelion is. It's found in pretty much every single yard in America. and most likely all over the world. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think it is, but I know at least in America, it's found everywhere. The dandelion is one of those plants that I consider a superfood. It's a super plant because every part of it is edible. You can eat the flower, you can eat the stem, you can eat the leaves, and you can eat the roots. And it is super, super good for you. The dandelion is great for your liver and your kidneys. Okay, it will literally rebuild the liver and kidney cells. It's also great for your immune system, your metabolism, and your overall health. It is a unbelievable food. Another great thing about the dandelion plant is they are doing studies right now in Canada on the dandelion plant where they're using it as a treatment for cancer. And they are having amazing success rates in completely curing cancers using massive amounts of dandelion. So as a preventative measure to help prevent cancer from forming in your body, you can drink dandelion tea, or if you have cancer, I'm not going to tell you to only do dandelion because I'm not a doctor. Okay, so go to your doctor and do your normal things. But also on top of that, if I was you, I would drink lots and lots of dandelion tea, especially if you already have cancer, because they are having great success in Canada actually curing cancer completely using the dandelion plant. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It really shows you that God provides. You know, he really does provide everything you need. There's so many plants out there that you look at every single day of your life that are not only great to eat, but it's really nature's pharmacy. I mean, everything you need to heal your body grows all around you pretty much. So with a little bit of knowledge, you can really take advantage of that fact and get a lot of this stuff for almost nothing or nothing. You know, you don't even have to pay for it. It's right there just to pick. As always, when I do one of these videos, I want to stress, please make sure that you have identified a plant properly before you use it in any way or ingest it, because some plants are poisonous. So do not eat things that you don't know what the hell they are. If you have not identified it properly, do not put it in your mouth. Okay? That is dumb. Don't do that. Make sure you know what it is before you eat it. But if you can positively identify the plant, it could save your life in a survival situation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. I love you. Bye-bye.